The house is quiet now, so very quiet. The tick of the old clock is loud, it measures out the silence. Each second drops into a vast well, a well of emptiness. The air itself feels thin. It is hard to draw a full breath sometimes. The dust motes drift in the sunbeams. They are the only things that dance. They settle on surfaces no one touches, no one but me. The floors creak under my weight. They used to creak with many feet. Laughter once bounced off these walls. Arguments too, quick and forgotten. Now only my steps make a sound, a lonely sound in the empty rooms. I walk softly, as if not to disturb the quiet, or perhaps not to disturb the memories. The memories sleep in the corners. They wait. Outside the wind whispers. It moves through the tall prairie grass. It sounds like voices sometimes, faint and far away. I listen hard, trying to catch a word, a name, but it is only the wind. The wind does not remember, not like I do. It just passes through, on its way to somewhere else, leaving me here. The finality of it settles deep, like fine silt at the bottom of a river. It is a cold, smooth stone in my chest. I am the last one, the last leaf on a winter branch, clinging on. The sun sets. The shadows grow long in the rooms. They stretch like searching fingers. Night comes and the quiet deepens. It becomes a presence, a companion of sorts. My sister Sarah, her laughter was like wind chimes, clear and bright. It could fill the biggest room. She always had a song on her lips, or humming a tune under her breath. Even when she was sad, a little melody would escape. She loved yellow, the color of sunshine. Her old yellow sweater still hangs in the closet. I touched it yesterday. It felt soft. Sarah saw the good in everyone, even when it was hard to find. She had a gentle heart. She collected smooth stones from the river. She said each one held a story. Her room faced east, to catch the morning light. She would sit by the window, watching the world wake up. She said the sunrise was a promise of a new day, always. She was quick to forgive, quick to smile. Her anger was like a summer storm, loud and sudden but over fast. Then the sun would come out again. She loved to dance, not graceful but full of joy. She would pull me onto the floor. We would spin until we were dizzy. The memory makes my own feet want to move, but they stay still. The day she left, the birds sang. It felt wrong. The world should have been silent, to mourn her song. But it went on. The sun rose, the wind blew. I remember her small hand in mine, growing cold. That was the first silence, the first deep cut. The house felt a little emptier then. A vibrant color faded from the world. Her song still echoes, if I listen closely. Leo was my cousin, but he was more like a brother. He was the quiet one, strong and steady like an old oak tree. You could lean on Leo. He would not bend. He did not talk much, but when he did, his words had weight. He listened more than he spoke. His eyes saw everything. They were kind eyes, calm eyes. He loved the land. He knew the names of all the plants, all the birds. He could read the weather in the clouds. He taught me how to find north, how to be still in the woods, to watch, to listen. He had a way with animals. They trusted him. He could gentle a wild horse with just a touch and a soft word. His hands were calloused, strong. Leo carried burdens without complaint. He was the rock of our small family. If something was broken, Leo could fix it. A leaky tap, a loose fence post, a troubled heart. He was practical. He did not dream of faraway places. His roots were deep in this soil. This place was part of him, and he was part of it. He understood its rhythms, its moods. When he got sick, it was slow, like a tree losing its leaves in autumn, one by one. He never complained, not once. He faced it with that same quiet strength. His silence grew deeper until it became permanent. Burying him felt like burying a part of the earth itself. The ground seemed heavier that day. The oak had fallen, and the wind blew colder. My brother Michael. He was the dreamer. His eyes were always on the horizon or on the stars. He wanted to see the world, all of it. He read books about adventure, about distant lands and oceans. He would tell us stories, grand, sweeping tales. He had a restless energy. He could not sit still for long, always pacing, always planning. Michael loved to laugh, a big, booming laugh. It could shake the rafters. He was full of jokes and pranks. He made life feel exciting, unpredictable. He was not afraid of anything, or so it seemed. He would climb the tallest trees, swim in the deepest part of the river. He said fear was just a shadow. You had to walk through it. He was bright and quick. He had so many plans, so many things he wanted to do. He was going to build a boat, sail around the world. He drew maps of imaginary countries. He named constellations after us. He promised to send postcards from every port. His dreams were big, as big as the night sky he loved to watch. He taught me the names of the stars, Orion, the Pleiades. His end was sudden, an accident, a bright light extinguished too soon. It was like a star falling from the sky. One moment, brilliant. The next, gone. The shock of it still echoes. It left a hole, a jagged, empty space. The world felt less vibrant, less full of possibility. Now when I look at the stars, I search for him, among their distant, silent light. The burials were hard, each one, a separate agony. The earth opened, then it closed. Sarah was first. The scent of lilies filled the air. Too sweet, too final. The earth felt wrong accepting her. She was so full of life. The sound of the first shovel of dirt, that thud. It landed in my heart, a small hard stone, the beginning of the collection. Then Leo. His was a quiet service, like him. The wind blew prairie dust over us. The land he loved took him back. It felt natural in a terrible way. He belonged to this place, but the empty space he left was vast, like a missing hill on the horizon. His strong hands, still, his quiet voice, hushed forever. Another stone in my heart, heavier this time, more jagged. Michael's farewell was under a wide sky, the kind he loved, but the stars were hidden by daylight. The finality was a sharp edge, cutting deep. He was so young, so full of unspent dreams. The earth seemed to swallow him too quickly, too eagerly. The sound of the soil again. It was a familiar pain now, but no easier to bear. The collection of stones grew heavier. Each time a piece of me went into the ground with them, a piece of my past, a piece of my future, the act of covering them with earth. It was a brutal necessity, a final act of care, and a final act of letting go, or trying to. The weight of that soil, I feel it still, pressing down, a constant reminder of what was lost, of who is gone, is. Section 6. Guardian of Echoes. Now, the responsibility is mine. It's settled on my shoulders, quietly, insistently. I am the keeper of their stories, the guardian of their memories. If I do not remember, who will? Their names, their laughter, their quirks, the small things that made them who they were. I must hold on to them tightly, like precious, fragile things. They are all I have left. The house itself is a responsibility. It holds so much of them. Their presence lingers in every room, in the worn armchair where Leo read, in the sunny spot where Sarah grew her plants. In the window Michael looked through, dreaming of stars. I clean, I mend, I keep things as they were, or as they would have liked them. It is a way of honoring them, a way of keeping them close. Sometimes the weight feels too heavy, the silence too loud, the task of remembering too vast. I am just one person. How can I carry so much? The future stretches out long and empty, without their voices to guide me, without their hands to hold. But then I remember their strength, Sarah's hope, Leo's quiet endurance, Michael's bold spirit. And I try. I walk through the rooms, I speak their names aloud. Sarah, Leo, Michael. The sound of my own voice is strange, but it breaks the stillness. It reminds me that I am still here, that life continues even in the face of such loss. I have a duty to them, to live, to remember, to carry their light forward into the days to come, even if I walk alone. Section 7. Objects that breathe. Their belongings are still here. Each object holds a breath of them. Sarah's yellow sweater, I take it out sometimes, I press it to my face, I can almost smell her faint perfume, a hint of wildflowers. It is thin and worn, loved like she was. A collection of smooth river stones sits on her windowsill, each one a silent story she never got to tell me fully. Leo's tools hang in the shed, orderly, clean, just as he left them. The worn wooden handle of his favorite hammer, it fits my hand awkwardly. It remembers his grip. His books on plants and birds sit on his shelf, pages thumbed, passages marked. I open one, his neat handwriting in the margin, a quiet conversation across time. His old work boots stand by the door, still caked with dry mud. Michael's telescope is in the attic, pointed towards the sky, dusty now. I should clean it. He would want me to look at the stars. His maps are rolled up in a tube, drawings of places he would never see. His old guitar leans in a corner, one string broken. He was always meaning to fix it. I pluck the remaining strings, a dull, mournful sound, not like his music. These things are not just things, they are anchors. They connect me to them, to the life we shared. Touching them is like touching a memory, making it real again for a moment. The grief is sharp, but there is comfort too, a sad comfort in knowing that these small pieces of them remain, tangible, real. They whisper of lives lived, of love shared, of connections that death cannot completely erase. Section 8. Conversations in the thin places. Sometimes I hear them, not with my ears, but in my heart, in the quiet moments when the wind is just right, or when I'm half asleep. Sarah's gentle encouragement. Keep going, she seems to whisper. Find the sunshine. Her voice is like a soft melody, a comfort in the deep quiet of the night. I try to listen, I try to believe. Leo's presence is more a feeling, a sense of steady calm. When I'm overwhelmed by the chores, by the emptiness, I imagine him beside me, patient, unflustered. One thing at a time, his imagined voice rumbles. You are stronger than you think. His imagined presence is like a sturdy tree, something to lean against when my own legs feel weak, when the path is hard. Michael's voice is a spark, a challenge. Don't just sit there, he would urge. Dream a little. Look up. I picture his grin, his restless energy. He would not want me to fade into the shadows. He would want me to live boldly, to find adventure even in the small things. His imagined voice prods me, pushes me, to not give up on life. These are not ghosts, not in the scary way. They are echoes, loving echoes, in the thin places between worlds, between memory and now. These imagined conversations bring a strange peace. They remind me I am not entirely alone. Their love, their lessons, they are woven into me, part of who I am. They guide me still in their own quiet way from just beyond my sight. Section 9. The path ahead, unseen. The path ahead is long and mostly unseen. It stretches into a future I cannot imagine clearly, a future without them, but I must walk it, one step at a time. This is the journey now, to carry on, not just for myself but for them too. To honor the lives they lived, the love they gave. That is a heavy load but also a precious one. Grief is a constant companion. It walks beside me. Sometimes it is a heavy shadow, dark and overwhelming. Other times it is softer, a gentle ache, a quiet reminder of what was lost. I am learning to live with it, to make space for it. It has become part of the landscape of my heart, like a river carving its way through stone, slow, persistent, changing everything. There are moments of light, a sunrise, the song of a bird, a kind word from a neighbor. Small things, but they matter. They are glimmers of hope, reminders that beauty still exists, that life in all its forms endures. I hold on to these moments. They are like small, warm stones in my pocket, comforting to touch, helping me take the next breath, the next step. I am the last one left, but I am not entirely empty. I carry them within me, their memories, their love, their strengths. They are part of my story now, and I am part of theirs. Their story does not end with their deaths. It continues in me, in how I live, in how I remember. I will walk this path for them and for myself. I will endure. I will remember, always.